I think I'll continue on with the community world. And I might actually just reduce down the time to 5 minutes just to put a little pressure on there. Although I've had a couple of 5Ks and it took a lot of the time, so it could be reducing the big scores, but that's not to worry. I'm not too concerned about scores at the moment. Just want to get the get some consistent country guesses in there. And this one straight off the bat is a little difficult. It's got some large, it looks like metal poles by the looks of it. And we're on an unsealed road with this scraggly forest. It looks like we're driving right. Oh, we have some, so we've just gone off onto an unsealed road. Maybe they're doing some road repairs here. So fortunately we're onto some road, and we've got double yellow centres driving right. I don't know about this. This foliage is really weird. I haven't come across this before. It's not bamboo, I don't think. It's just some spindly trees. I think they're trees. Loose stones. It looks like a temporary sign for the roadworks. I don't really know what to make of this. In one respect, like these temporary signs and things in English, I kind of think the US. But this roadworking machinery doesn't look like I'd imagine you'd have in the US. I think you'd have more and some bigger machinery. So got some rocks here. I wonder if I should go Mexico. It's definitely northern hemisphere. No. So the loose stones is in English. I think I'll have to go to the US here. I don't really have any other thoughts. I might go fairly far south. Oh, it was Canada. Canada's a huge place and it kind of slipped my mind. Yeah, that kind of makes a bit more sense than the US, I think, with those trees and things. So yeah, I didn't really think Canada, unfortunately. So what did I get? 1,500 points. Not great. Not a great start. So I've got yellow centres again and white outsides. And Gas House Park. It's kind of a weird. Got stone walls here. New London. Going on the right again. Got stone house and stone walls, which I think is a bit of bait because I think this might be Canada again. Just New London sounds very Canadian. Ben's Branch. It could be the US though. It's difficult to say at this stage. New London. Speed limit. So we're in the US. In terms of where New London would be, I'm not too sure. Maybe I would think. Where's the US for starters? Here we go. I would think maybe somewhere in the north is my thinking. Just because I would think it would have more European style names. But otherwise, I don't really have an idea of a state. There is a car here, but I'm not. US number plates is not something I'm too familiar with, and this bin would probably have an indication too. But yeah, it looks like they've blurred it anyway. But the camera resolution wasn't good enough there. This is quite green. My concern here is kind of screwing up the. Looks like they've stolen some signs to stick on the shed. My concern here is always the same East Coast, West Coast problem, which is a big problem. So what I might do, I might go in Connecticut and see what happens there. So it wasn't too bad. Maryland, and there's New London there. Gas House Pike. Not exactly sure what a pike is. Anyway, continuing. So we've got a bollard right there, which I'm not familiar with. So it's pretty interesting. It's got the two circles on the back, which if it was square, it'd be kind of like Germany, I guess. These rounded kind of metal ones, I don't recall having seen them before, which I'm wondering what. That should tell me something as well, but I'm not sure what. Got some striking yellow signs there, but all it says on it is 22, so I'm not sure what that's about. Got some pines and deciduous trees. This guy has a huge, could be a, I don't know if it's a rainwater tank or there doesn't seem to be any feed into it. So it might be gas or sewage or something like that. Very mountainous. These bollards. Once I see where we are, I think those bollards will stick in my mind. Got some silage up on the hill here. So it's over fairly far north. Got the same bollard but with red strips on it, which is interesting. Kind of want to see some language, would be good. Does this say anything? It doesn't. But there's some road work ahead that might throw up some signs or something like that. Just a quick move here for a bit until we see something a bit more interesting. Here, there's a sign, but they've kind of blurred it. Okay. Oh, interesting. Bar, 2 fridges, and got a flag here. It's the Swiss flag, the European flag, and then this is like, man, I screw up Albania and Montenegro a lot. I think that's Montenegro. I think that's Albania, and then a European Cyprus flag or something. I'm not sure. Not sure about that either. Whether it's Cyprus or somewhere else. Love music with a K. This is Zweibrücken. Which actually sounds, I don't know, kind of Swiss. But I wonder if this is some Swiss expats somewhere else. Oh my gosh. This is going to be bad. I'm probably going to go for Switzerland. I don't know what this is about. It must be like someone from either Switzerland or Albania who's moved to Switzerland or Albania and has built a live music pub sponsored by Coca-Cola, which is actually interesting. I kind of get the impression I get more of the impression of a less developed place where they have sponsored signs either by alcohol companies, and in this surprising case Coca-Cola for a bar. Maybe I should go Albania. It's a bit of a tricky one. I'm not very confident about this at all. So, not even sure. There's some mountains up here. Are there any roads there? Not really. So it was Switzerland. That's annoying. So I should have known that bollard. It's just want to check the Albania flag. Albania. Yeah, it was the Albanian flag. And not the Cyprus flag. I'm not too sure what that was. So this first game is turning out shockingly so far. It looks like we could be... No, we're driving right. I thought we could be driving left, but... We've got yellow dash center lines and... It's pretty hazy. So what to make of this? It's very red. This soil's quite red. It's very lush. It looks like it might have just rained actually. Let's have a look at this building here. So it's a brick building. It looks like a child's bike there, but it could be just a regular motorbike. So we have this pole. It's pretty nondescript. It's got some banana palms here as well. And I thought we were about to get a language or some bollards or something up here. Keep zigzagging across the road. Very disconcerting. There is some language there, but you can actually see what it says. Interesting. I was kind of expecting to see... Ah, yeah, okay. Propiedad la familia. So... the family property. The family land. This zigzagging is pretty annoying. Centro Shalom. Centro Shalom. It's just, I don't know, I thought we'd be in Brazil here, but I'm not sure if this is actually Portuguese or it seems to be more Spanish. This one's this is like a Germanic church, I guess. Evangelische Missions Gemeinde Centro Shalom, which is not too helpful because it's not your typical church. Because I think that's like some German, Spanish or German combination there. So it is quite Germanic. I think we are in Brazil. I'm a bit lazy to... Oh, hang on. We'll just quickly go up here. It's a .bo. Wonder, could it be Bolivia? Yeah. That's not too bad, because I'm pretty sure that didn't look like... Hey, how's it going, Yui? Yeah, because I didn't see anything distinctly Brazilian there. I think it looked quite... the language looked quite Spanish. And with that domain .bo, which I think it says, Bolivia could be a good guess. Let's check there. Not as close as to Brazil as I thought, so the soil was really red there, but it was just fairly central. I'm not sure what Almacanharms refers to. Seems a bit weird. So 4,321, finally a better guess. It's been a struggle to start out this first game. Even though I've got the carb load, they've got this vehicle, which I'm sure if you knew the car matter you'd know it for sure, but I've been completely ignoring cars, so I don't actually know this one. There's a lot of trash beside the road. Anything telling? I don't think so. Thank you. I don't believe in myself here. They've got Huggies, so there's nappies, which is pretty ubiquitous, I think. And nothing else that I can see. So we've got some big mountains in the distance. This car's suspiciously off-road. These poles don't tell me anything. There is a lot of trash here. And these poles are kind of like long distance power lines. The road was sealed at one point. That's interesting. And looks like we've got snow-capped mountains in the north. South, sorry. I'm not really thinking Russia. I don't think. Looks like we have a power station over here to the eastish. So this looks like the power grid. Big mountains in the south. I think I'm going to do something silly here. Let's see. So Kazakhstan does have coverage now. In terms of mountains all the way south, I wonder if it's Kyrgyzstan. Because Kyrgyzstan... Oh, that's not Kyrgyzstan there. Kyrgyzstan here. Nearly missed it. So I was kind of hoping these mountains are a bit closer over here, but maybe... I don't know. I just get a very desolate vibe with big mountains, so I'll try Kyrgyzstan. Ooh, hell. It was Kazakhstan. That's annoying, because that was one consideration, but I didn't really see the mountains for it, but here they are, I guess. So 2,500 points, that's a bit disappointing. Even if I'd guessed Kazakhstan, I would have guessed further over here. I didn't realise, I hadn't seen coverage over here. That's okay. Regionally, it's kind of like a goodish guess. At least I didn't guess the US or something like that. So 15, just scraped into 15,000 for this first game. Yesterday my first game was a cracker. I got like 23,300 in the first game, which was amazing. But today's a bit more of a struggle. So I've got a tennis court right in the middle of this. This is a housing estate, I think. Apartments. I was going to say it's right in the middle of the city, but I don't think that's the case here. So my goal is kind of like 20k, but better than 20k I'd kind of consider good. Here we go. We're in Korea. That's interesting. Just judging by the language here. So we look like it's a fairly decent city here. Got some pretty big apartment complexes. But I wouldn't think... Maybe we'll glean something from this sign here, but not really thinking Seoul. So, is he selling doorknobs? I'm not sure what the shop is selling. It's like doorknobs and keypads or something for doors. We've got a multi-level car park here. These interesting flags up here. I think it might be business flags. Yeah, I don't really know where to go in here. Can I find Korea? Here we go. South Korea, obviously. Gee, Seoul's so far north. It's kind of tempting to go there. It should be decent points anyway, so I'll go with Daejeon. And it wasn't. 4,674 points, but yeah, it was kind of in a Wonju, which is not a city I've ever heard of. There's a couple of Korean restaurants around there. Korean restaurant, Korean rib restaurant, and Korean barbecue restaurant. So probably the place to go if you want Starbucks or Korean food. So it's got some... This next round's very open and flat in the immediate vicinity, but some big mountains here in the northwest, northish. And I might just click up a little bit here. I've got to keep in mind that I reduced the time to 5 minutes, because I was doing 7 minutes. Sometimes I do get distracted and time out, which is why I'd upped it to 10 minutes, but then I think I was spending too much time just faffing about. So these buildings are quite distinctive, but I'm not entirely sure where we are here. I wonder if we can get... Just want to see something. Here's a car. Like a number plate or something like that would be useful. I might do some fast travel. Just spilled coffee on my laptop. Do some fast travel in one direction or the other. Not sure what this more Evgen Monastin refers to, and down below I can't really read what that says. Oops, wrong. Let's do some fast travel up here and see if I can see anything else. Kind of missed something there. Ah, interesting. So we've got a chevron, but it's not as wide as normal chevrons. It's kind of cut off. So I'm not exactly sure where that would be, but be something for the future anyway. This is just like just trucks all the way. So there must be some distribution route from one place to another, because it seems to be mainly trucks. And I don't have too many ideas on where we are. Is that it? Could be a blue strip on that van there. I wonder, I'm not entirely sure, but got all white road lines. Got some language here, but Imran Market. Dinlan May Tessislery. Imran Market. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to make a silly guess, that's for sure. So, in terms of silly guesses, I'm not sure about the road lines in Turkey, or if you'd see this. Don't know about Tunisia. The road's going sort of east-west. I don't know, I'll hedge to the west in Turkey. It was in Turkey. Turkey screws me up a lot. So this is, I think it was in Turkey. Just on the border with Syria. Turkey screws me up a lot. I can never get a handle on it. It just seems to vary, in my mind, quite a bit throughout the country. So that was good, getting the country. I'm happy about that, but that was a struggle. And here kind of looks like Japan was my first thought right off the bat, but it could be South America actually. I don't know why I thought Japan's. It looks a bit more it doesn't have a typical Japanese vibe with the road quality and the building, the footpath quality and things like that. So I kind of jumped the gun on that one. Oh, it's washing day, and they've done a lot there. Good job. Looks like they're using they're hanging their washing on public land, which is interesting. I haven't seen that before. Got a big jacket here, which so it may be getting pretty cold. I think these are some really big mountains here in the east as well. So yellow backplate. And a yellow front plate. So everyone's gathered round to see use the wheelbarrow. I wonder what they've got in there. Actually, it looks like material, but it doesn't look that heavy. Maybe they're going to get something to bring back. And got some Christmas decorations, or I don't know if it's Christmas decorations, but decorations on the door there, so they've gone to a bit of effort. And this owl. I think, yeah, it could be Colombia. So we've got mountains in the east. So I wonder how far from Bogota we could be. Presuming it is Colombia, which I'm not unhappy about. Without the yellow plates, I think I would have gone for Peru or something like that. It's quite lush. Maybe I'll just go north of Bogota, east of Medellin, south of Bucaramanga. Manga. Drop it in there. Oh wow, it's all the way south. So near the border with Ecuador there. And we are kind of getting really close to Peru there, so maybe the Peru vibe may have been on point, but 800 kilometers away, that's not great. And looks like Spanish again, but I wouldn't think Colombia here. Despacho escuela. Something about school students. And these taxis, they kind of ring a bell. But I took a little break from doing Geoguessr. It looks like Argentina maybe, with the number plate here. And there is one other telling point. So I think with the black dot in the middle, I think that's an Argentinian thing, and I think that might be an Argentine flag there as well. Difficult to tell. So I got Coca-Cola, and how big is this? That's a weird stop sign. I haven't seen that before. Oh, yeah, it's an ad. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know you could just like print stop signs on your ads and things. I guess you can. It's pretty normal when you think about it. But putting it directly on the side of the road, that's a bit weird. So where would I go here? Maybe it's quite cold because the trees have lost their leaves, or these ones are preparing to. So maybe some deciduous area. Oh, it's some slightly cold area. And these signs, I don't know if they're regional or not. Just check out this artwork first of all. Yeah, it's okay. I was expecting something else. So let's have a look at Argentina. Oh, it's long. Easy to screw it up here. I wouldn't say all that far south. So where do we put? No, I wouldn't have said Buenos Aires though. Some really military sounding places like General Pico and Colonel Suarez. That's interesting. I didn't want to go that far south. Maybe Cordoba or Cordoba, I'm not sure which. I could probably go to some effort to confirm that, but I'll just guess in there. Ooh. So it was south. Whoops, I didn't mean to open the map there. It was south, but in Mendoza. That could have been worse. I'm okay with that. But it was in the drier section here. Nearby Mendoza. Okay. That's fine. 3,881 points. So identifying Argentina there is getting better. I had some struggles back in fairly recently. So this is rugged. White outside lines. And we have a little van here with a trailer. What can that tell us? Not too much. That's a green plate by the look. Just something like in Norway, I think commercial vehicles have green plates. That's something that may be in my memory. But I don't know, does this look like Norway? Ooh, wow, look at that. That is a... I haven't ever seen that before. So it looks like they've deliberately turfed the roofs to keep the houses warm. I've only seen that on like grand designs where people with new builds and very expensive fancy houses sometimes put turfing on the roof for insulation. So I'm guessing it's pretty cold. That is a really cool scene. It's quite a few buildings there, so I'm wondering if it's like rental houses for tourists or something like that, but they are close together. It's a bit unusual. Let's check this sign. Yeah. I think that could be Norwegian. Let's have a look here. I wouldn't say they're not big mountains, but they're persistent. What about... Doesn't actually look that cold, to be honest. I'm saying that when I freeze whenever it gets below 7 degrees but Celsius. But it looks quite remote. So I won't go Oslo, but I'll go nearby, between Oslo and Bergen. Ooh, it was far south. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with picking up on the green plate for that van and knowing Norway. In terms of the region guess, that was a bit trickier. I wonder if it'll list what those buildings were. If it was... so it's a hiking area. I think it'll screw your knees trying to get up those hills. And then maybe that was accommodation, rental accommodation there for the hiking trails. Wow, interesting place. Very happy, 4,500 points. So 19,000, I've gained 4,000 on my first game. Still not tipping 20,000 yet, but let's keep at it. And this looks like it could be the US. Could be a regulation bus. Good ball hoop there. And we've got a US flag, so that's confirms it. The intersection here. So what's it say here? No student parking. Interesting. So probably in a university town, maybe. If there's a lot of students nearby. Don't know if we'll be able to find the university, although this is a big building. Oh wow. Just changed season, so I think we're going into fall here. Or autumn, as we say. And they've collected a huge amount of firewood for the winter. So I'm presuming it does get pretty cold here. And I wonder... It looks like it's around, I think those are pumpkins, so maybe around Thanksgiving, which would be November, if I'm not mistaken. And this actually could be the university. It says Atchison, Amelia Earhart Birthplace Museum. Where was Amelia Earhart born? There's a tester for you. For me. Yeah. I am learning quite fast, but I think we're about to learn where Amelia Earhart was born, which, let me have a look. It's in the United States, Indiana. So Amelia Earhart was a pilot. She went missing, and I think they found her recently, confirmed as found recently. I forget what she was trying to fly. She was trying to fly some distance record, I think. Don't know why I think Indiana. And I'm not actually sure what Indiana would look like. So I was hoping for more of a university name, but I'm not sure if this is actually a university or college perhaps, or whether it's like some boarding. There's this massive church here. which makes me think of like an older region in the US. I've got 2 minutes left. So we're in St. Benedict's Church, nearby there. 1000 North 2nd Street. And this Mass is not referring to Massachusetts. Although it does have an address here like a KS, which could be Kansas? I wonder if that's bait. Because I wasn't really thinking of Kansas there. And if I had to locate Kansas on a map, I'm not entirely sure that I'd be able to do it. We'll go with it. It's something. If we can find frickin' Kansas, that's very much central. I wasn't thinking of that. It's not too bad, I guess. Could be in Wichita. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it says number 1 Spring Garden Street, Atchison, Kansas. If I saw an Atchison, that would give me more confidence, that's for sure. It could be a suburb of Kansas City. Don't really like this this Kansas thing. I'll go in and see what it was north of Kansas City, and there's Atchison. Wow. Without that sign I would have been. And here's the Amelia Earhart Birthplace Museum 99s. I wonder what that refers to. So it does look like it's a college town. We've got the Benedictine College here. Atchison Boys and Girls Club. So that's got some knowledge there. Amelia Earhart, born in Atchison, in Kansas, which wouldn't have been. Actually, St. Louis sounds like where she could have been born. If someone said, "Oh, she was born in St. Louis," I would go, "Oh yeah, that sounds right." But no, she's born in Kansas. It's interesting. Kansas City's only half in Kansas. Weird. Anyway, moving on. 4,292, which is pretty good for the US. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, I thought it was a bird. No, just some trash. So we have this pole, which is just square concrete and then tapering towards the top. The center lines I think could be yellow. What else? What's this building? Looks like it might have been abandoned. Difficult to say. Yeah, it doesn't look too vital. Anyway, the soil's quite red. Driving northwest, northeast. Not sure about these trees and things. Yellow center, I guess. I guess we're not in Europe. I think we're in Brazil again. Restaurante Bom Paladar. I'm not sure what paladar means, but bom I think is good. Muito bom. And pronounced bong, I think. Not bom. Muito bom is very good in Portuguese. And it looks like a Coke or a Fanta will set you back 3 reais. I never know how to say the currency. Reais. So this BR kind of indicates Brazil too, I would think. the petrol station, Petrobras, Petro Brazil, and I think I thought there was like a directional sign up here. Maybe, hang on, just got to move a bit quickly. Put down my coffee. Yeah, here we go. This could tell me something. Just need a region I'm familiar with. Oh, interesting. I was so Brasilia District Federal is to the south. I don't think actually Brasilia is covered, unfortunately. Because I've heard it's a really cool retro looking city. I have been to Brazil, but I didn't get the chance to go to Brasilia. It's a bit out of the way. Everything in Brazil is a bit out of the way. But yeah, I'd like to see it. I guess I can just go into Google Maps and see it. But it'd be good to guess in there. But I have guessed there before, and I've never seen any coverage actually there. So I'm not sure that it is covered. Goiás, Brasilia. Yeah, I could still screw this up pretty badly. Canto de Bene Corrente or Bom Jesus. I'd like to see a bigger city which I'm more familiar with. That would be great. But I do have a minute left, but I'm not going to spend it. I think I'll just guess in Tocantins, the state of Tocantins. It was further north here. Oh, there's Bom Jesus, near Piri. So it's 3,500. I probably could have done a bit better there, but that's not too bad. I'm not unhappy with that in Brazil. This map is so varied, which is what I enjoy about it, but sometimes it boggles your mind when you see somewhere that's not too difficult to get, and then suddenly you drop somewhere seemingly in the middle of nowhere. And I'm not really sure what continent we're on here. I guess it's kind of like Europe-y area, the Balkans, something like that. I hope it's not the US. I had a difficulty in a round where there's actually really stark and nothing about, which I didn't get any US vibe for. Oh, it's France. And it turned out to be the US, and I was like so far away because I don't know, the US is a very big place, very diverse. So I guess, it has a lot of different types of scenery, but this did not give me a US vibe at all, and I was very shocked. So I've always got to keep that in the back of my head, that it could be the US, but not here. We're in France. And this cool bus stop with the vines growing up the side. In terms of where, it's quite flat. This is probably a regional thing, but I can't really read what it says. And that looks to be a sign to some kind of business or hotel. Should I look around on the road for some signs? Place names in France are not not my specialty either. If 90% of the times when I see a place name, I'm like, I have no idea where that is. Unless it's somewhere famous. Bordeaux, which I think is in France, am I not wrong? Or Marseille, or Lyon, or Paris. If it's Paris, I can probably locate it. Yeah, okay, so it's quite flat. Very flat. And I don't know what they're growing here. It wouldn't be wine, because wine you have to leave the vines in the ground. You don't dig them up every year. So I wonder, maybe I should just go middle here. Maybe this is middle France. I'll go close to Dijon. In, was it Montbard? Nearby Montbard. Although there's a river there, so that's probably not it. Anyway. Ooh, wow, it's all the way north here. Near Calais. That does surprise me. Looks like there's a lot of canals or something through here. I didn't really get that impression from the coverage. That's weird. I think those are watercourses, like canals, and they look like they are probably man-made. I haven't seen that, but that's something to keep in mind in France. To the north there, 4,000 points, that's not too bad. And next up, now maybe Japan, I'm not too sure. I think so, yes. Straight off, this gave me Japan vibes. Although, so did Colombia briefly before. That was a bit of a spur of the moment fail. And here's the Google car reflected in the mirror. This is very typical of Japan to put a mirror around a blind corner, but this style is a bit different. Normally, I forget exactly what they look like, but normally I think they've got like orange signs. That's orange poles, or orange around the outside. That one's kind of just like a standalone, which I don't know if it's a regional thing or whether it's just sometimes they do one and sometimes the other. So they've got some silage here. Obviously a farming community, and I think this looks quite significant, like it might be the railway. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just the highway. I wonder if I could get up there, because without a highway sign with a place name in English, I think I'm... Oh wait, why is that? Wait. That's in Korean. Is this Korea? Frick. Wow. I did another confident Japan guess. I think we're actually in Korea. Oi. Why is life so hard sometimes? Yeah, this is all in Korean, I guess. This is Korean. There a yellow plate. I'm actually not sure. I guess Korea, they have yellow plates. That's embarrassing. That's pretty embarrassing. But that does explain why the mirror was didn't look very Japanese style mirror. Roadside mirror. Unification Observatory. So I wonder if the Unification Observatory would be closer up near North Korea, which is quite close to Seoul. What else have we got here? Hopefully, yeah, we're going kind of north, because the border with North Korea should be north, and we have Geoguessr, which might not be all that easy to find. Geoguessr. Right off the bat, I don't really see it. Gimpo. If they're talking about the reunification observatory, I guess, then it must be near. Yeah, there's no actual roads that go into North Korea. It's all cut off. It must be fairly close, right? I wonder if we went around the other way, whether they'd say Seoul the other direction. I don't see any signs for quite a ways. I don't think I'll... better just click in so I don't not guess. What else is listed? Geoguessr. I don't really see that about either. We could be much further south here. Oh, here's a sign in the other direction. I should have gone to more effort there. So, Gosyeong. I don't see Gosyeong straight off the bat. Oof. When you zoom in, you see like just how many places there are. Okay, I'll guess. Let's not panic. Oh wow. Yeah, Gosyeong is very obvious when you zoom out here. That's okay. I would have liked to be closer there, but 120 kilometers away, 4,600 points. And we're kind of on for a 20k here. And I think we're actually probably in this region. So I'll just plonk it down. We should be fairly close. Yeah, 55 kilometers away, 4,857 to finish it off. I guess further north there would have been a bit smarter, I think. But yeah, that was always going to be a lot of points. And a 21k. So I think actually today I have been getting better with each round. I think it started off around 15, then 17, now 21. I don't see myself improving on that today, especially with a round like this, which I don't know, could be a bit generic. So I've got some pretty big hills or low mountains, depending on how you want to look at it. The shape of them is more mountainous, I'd say. I wonder if we can fast travel and see anything of interest here. So this looks like a extinct volcano or something like that, which could be Indonesia, but I don't think in this case it is, because the foliage doesn't give me that. Oh wait. We had a motorbike. Wow, he was coming fast. This is kind of all I've got to go on. I don't know, it kind of... So they're wearing gumboots. I don't know. Does that give me an Asian vibe or South American vibe? I couldn't see about a number plate or anything like that. don't really want to just spend the whole time just clicking and clicking, so I will drop it in somewhere fairly quickly. Maybe Colombia again. This is probably going to be horrendously wrong, but not to worry. I'll go near Yopal, north of Yopal. No, it wasn't. It was Brazil. Okay, 420 points there. That's by far the worst round today. And I guess we're in Korea again. Or Japan. Let's try not to screw it up. Or Taiwan. I think it might be Taiwan. Let's have a look at this sign. Mayam Village, Zhenghui. I'm pretty sure this is Taiwan, because the language is in Korean and it doesn't look like it is Japanese. And the font on the street sign is really interesting. I've not really seen that before. Deep water. You could easily confuse the language, and I have done in the past for Japanese, but yeah, I don't think that's the case here. Taiwan's really, again, they got the reflectors here, but definitely not Japan style. Well, the one I'm kind of familiar with. So let's just see if we can locate Taiwan. Here we go. And I'll just actually click somewhere south of Taipei. It was more coastal, but that's okay. 45 kilometers away and 4,879 points. So the first round was a shocker, but kind of getting back to it. So this is really crowded, and it looks like we've got Arabic here. And that looks kind of Greek. Interesting. We're obviously in some kind of market here. With the Arabic, I'm kind of hoping I don't screw this up too badly. I was thinking of Tunisia. We're a bit crowded in here. I can't really... I'm not sure what I'd be looking for with number plates. Oh. Maybe number plates sometimes have a little red on them, I think. That one's a bit difficult to tell there. Got a Mitsubishi. That was Albania with a little bit of red. Tunisia. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. So I wanted to have a quick look at this market and see what they've got going on. Some kids' toys, blankets, clothing. Again, more kids' toys. Whoa, we're right zoomed in on there. I don't know. I think I'll just go in Tunis. I would have expected the buildings to be a bit whiter there, but let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, it didn't really... I guess it's Jordan. That didn't really occur to me. That's a shame. So this game is going to be a shocker, but what can you do? So this is a real ad hoc power pole here. They've... I guess they're kind of restricted in terms of how many tall straight trees they have in this area, because there aren't a lot, I wouldn't imagine, or by the looks. So this is a struggle I have too. because I think we're in Africa. Not sure about this pole. That looks like a mosque, maybe. So I'm not sure what to think of that either. Yeah, it looks like a mosque with a speaker for the, I don't know the technical term, but like a call to prayer. Which is interesting. It looks like we're driving right, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're driving right. And we can't really advance the coverage in that direction. It doesn't seem to want to do anything when I click it. So, And these are grass roofed buildings. Gubapong. Still pursuing the better Ghana agenda. There we go. This is Ghana. The soil's quite red. These grass roofed buildings are pretty interesting. And I don't know what Gubapong is. It sounds like some knockoff of an early video game. Yeah, in terms of Ghana, let's have a look. Is up here. So I guess it's probably central. I don't actually know how much coverage there is, but I know Kumasi has coverage. Kumasi. I wouldn't think it's too close to it. The road's quite major. Yeah, that's not too bad. And we're going southwest-ish. So maybe we're just... I'm not sure if the road is this big. I don't see Gubapong, but I'm not sure what would be considered a major road in Ghana. But this is good quality and pretty big. Only one lane in each direction, but let's check that out. Wow, it was a lot further north. I didn't realise there was actually coverage there. Oh, here's Pong Tamale. Where's Gubapong? I don't see it. Champion Oil made the map. But a lot of these buildings and the church, it doesn't look like they're listed. Not to worry, 4,000 points, 334 kilometers away, and this is pretty striking. We have these snow-capped blobs in the distance, which looks like a short outside dash here, which I guess would be Sweden, right? Oh, hey Kirby, how's it going? Didn't notice you come in. I was very focused on trying to get Ghana there, and I think this is Sweden with the short dashes. I haven't seen these mountains before. They're pretty striking, and they're in the south, which is interesting. Southish. Let's turn around and see what's... Wow, the sun is really low in the south too. Narvik and Kiruna. I wonder about these signs actually. I hope I don't screw myself up here, because with the short dashes I was definitely thinking Sweden. Narvik. So let me think. I should be fairly north, I think, here. Oh, here's Kiruna. Wow, I think it's very north. Kiruna's 125 south. Frick. Ish. I think that's right. and Narvik is like kind of 54 northish. I don't know how that could be true. And what was here? Vasadure, which looks like a bigger town, so it should show up, but I'm not sure if it's actually going to. I'm not actually sure why Karuna shows up. This is going to be a problem. I wonder if I should just click here and guess. Yeah, okay. So it was all the way in the north there. I should have followed that road, but I thought maybe 125 kilometers meant that we were going around about way there, but yeah, that was all the way in the north, so 148 kilometers away. Luckily, I spotted Karuna there because I would have gone sort of north of middle. 4,616. Very nice. And with that first round of 420, there was no coming back. Also a bad round in 3. Where was that? Oh yeah, I went Algeria for Jordan. Not great. Let's see what comes up next. So it looks like Russia straight off the bat. Just with these bollards spammed at the intersection, and I think those arrows are a Russian thing as well. So we've got the top town is 1,990 kilometers away. Maybe if I could sound out the Cyrillic, then I could get a view on where we might be here, but I'm not familiar with these place names. And I don't really see them on the map at this resolution. It's definitely a major road, kind of going south-north, which is a bit unusual. Or maybe not. Maybe it's east-west. That makes more sense. So those are the same places. If I knew where this was, that would be very handy. Kind of going northwest. If this place is I was going to say, if they're listing a place that's nearly 2,000 kilometers away, you would think it would be a pretty major city, right? That's my thinking. So it's like Unter. Apologies for the pronunciation. It's not Unter, but oh, there's Unter. Cheetah. It'd probably be worthwhile learning to sound out some Cyrillic. So Cheetah is to the west. Quite a long way. How far would be 2,000 kilometers? Probably about that much, right? Just getting a scale on in Australia, because I have more of an idea of how far 2,000 kilometers is in Australia. Wow, yeah, okay, here. Irkutsk. What else have we got? Kaikar. Which is actually kind of to the northish, I guess. Didn't really see Kaikar. Osa. I think we're around here somewhere. I'll just click in here. Oh my gosh. How did I screw that up so badly? Maybe I was directionally maybe I was directionally a bit challenged there. That's a bit disappointing. I should have done better there. I'm not sure how I did quite so badly. Well, there you have it. 1,831 points. What is going on here? Interesting. Just right on the bollard there. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Some weirdness. I don't think they're actually people. I think these are I think there are some people. This is a person, this is a person, this is a person, and then the rest of this, I think they're like fake people, not people. Oops, didn't mean to knock the mic there. So I've got some weird like scarecrow field nearby the pub, the cafe. I'm not sure about this bollard actually. It's quite tall and it's got 2 white reflectors on the back, kind of like Germany, but this is not Germany. That must be creepy at night time. When you stumble out of the cafe at night and just find yourself in a field of mannequins. So driving right. That's completely predictable. I kind of want to this sign here and the language on it. The sign looks familiar to me, but I'm not exactly sure where it is from. I was thinking this was Scandinavian, but I'm not sure about that bollard, to be honest with you. Hiljanen. Hiljanen. I think I'll have to go somewhere in Scandinavia, in Finland. Let's go central. Yeah, it was. Okay. That's good. I hadn't really seen that bollard before. Well, I must have seen it like a ton of times, but I didn't it didn't stick in my mind, which is quite strange. 4,500 for round 2. And we've got an Audi or Audi, and this sign says attention, Nosta Wekbo, something about the police. Looks like a homemade street sign here. It's a pretty good effort. The T's a bit out of alignment, but yeah, not too bad. It's got some palm trees, reddish soil. Don't know what to think, but for some reason I get kind of like an island vibe here. It should be concerning because I can't imagine what island. And look at that. The satellite dishes are like almost vertical. Which I think... Oh, hello. He's just chilling out by the bus stop there. At the bus stop, I guess. I think they're pointing north. No, that can't be right, surely. Could it be? So if the satellite dishes were pointing north, that would put it all the way in the southern hemisphere, I think. We have a grass roof here. And people are driving right. A majority of people are driving right. It's a very colourful bench here. Definitely driving right. Let's check out this sign. Kids Kinder Club. Kinder is German, but I don't get the impression this is... It's kind of been adopted into English, Kinder Club. It looks like the domain there is like a CW, which is... I don't know what to make of that. Yeah, there's the Kinder Club. Excuse me, my voice going. Voice is going. So it's like some kind of kindergarten. A lot of palms. So it seems quite tropical. Sea Bay Deluxe Resort. Any flags? I think they've got flagpoles and they... Lazy buggers didn't put up a flag. Annoying. Yeah, so the park benches here are painted up. That may be advertising actually. Got yellow street signs. I can't really read that one. Just, I better click somewhere before... I think they actually drive left on the US Virgin Islands or something weird like that. But it's somewhere and it's an island. They had the domain CW. Welcome to Gentile Beach, home of the Livingston Resort, and there's a volcano-ish looking mountain over here. Yeah, this is going to be a learning moment because I'm not entirely sure where we are. Oh, Curacao. Curacao? Eek. Okay. CW, I guess that's the domain for... This doesn't have a domain on it, but an earlier sign did have a .cw by the looks of it on the domain. So driving right, they had a handmade sign and a kind of bright yellow sign. These park bench style things were quite colourful. Yeah, okay, so they've got advertising on them. It's an interesting kind of seat as well. And they really spam the ads. Just trying to remember for next time. Okay, good. 4,959 as you'd expect because it's a tiny place. 15 kilometers away. I definitely could have gotten closer there, but I was just happy to get the island. It's interesting though to get an island vibe so early. like I am a fairly newbie at Geoguessr, but there's something about islands. They do have a vibe, I think, a lot of the time. Got some little banana palms. Some big mountains in the southwest. My first impression here is like South America. I wonder if it could be Colombia again. If I had to guess right now, I'd go Colombia. Ooh, we're kind of hemmed in. Let's see what's up here. It's washing day, and oh, washing day across here as well. So there is Spanish, I guess. Goyo Presidente. Yeah, definitely Spanish. And I don't know what politics we're talking about here, so that's no use to me. Do they have anything on the other side? No, just Goyo Presidente. Don't know about this building actually. If it would be Colombian. What about the clothing? Kind of checks out. What about the chickens? Unclear. Got these kind of longish pants. I don't know, that could be anywhere. Although burning down a bit of bush and putting in some crops in the mountains is a bit of a Colombian thing, I would say. I don't think I'm going to get to see too much more. What about this? I don't know, I think I'll just drop it in Colombia. I'm not going to get any better guesses, I don't think, here. I'll go fairly north. It was northern Peru. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not unhappy with that, even though it's nearly 1,500 kilometers away. But, yeah, that's alright. So we've got a concrete road here, which may be like... And it's washing day here as well. Concrete road, I think... Wow, I don't know why it slipped my mind, but I thought Thailand, right? Pride of RP. So we're looking for glamours here. We found Date City, Holtville, and Cactus, which is pretty cool. Bard, Laguna, Dome, Buckshot. Some really cool place names. And these are more, here we go. Palo Verde, these are more Spanish sounding names here. Puebla. Mexicali, where the hell are we? Could almost be in Spain. Thanks for the raid. Cheers. LNX Zeus, like Dr. Zeus. I don't know where we are here. It's like, fine. Oh, there's the 78. I couldn't find it. Done. So that was lucky seeing a California sign there, and got all white lines here driving right, a longish looking plate. Where were we going for? Golf Bannon. So we've got a place name here, or a street name, I guess. Ending with J. So I wonder if that was kind of like Polish? Not too sure. Randers. Oh great, thanks for the follow. Willkommen till Viborg. So I guess we're speaking actually German here, which is a bit concerning. Is it Danish? The J ending kind of looks a bit weird. I do often screw up in Denmark. German. That's not German, really. With the Willkommen, oh, yeah, I guess it's not quite Willkommen by Bussa. I don't know if I can line that up in a map. Maybe actually that's here, right? I don't know, maybe we're actually not too far from Copenhagen. Oh, a little way. Oh, Randers, right? That's what you're saying. I didn't notice that. 4,500. Willkommen with a W is German, but with a V is okay. Good. Danish. Ooh, interesting. So we've got all white lines here, and we had a driving right, and we've got this bollard. Which is going all the way. Man, bollards, they're screwing me over. I have such difficulty learning bollards. TEV 4305 and Blancus. So it's really open, there's not a lot around. Madrid? Really? So I guess that's a Spanish bollard. I haven't been in, haven't had a round in Spain for so long. Where did they put Madrid? Here. Yeah, and the road's definitely, it's on the N211, I think. N211. Don't really see it straight off the bat here. Maybe I should expand the map a little bit. 211. N211. I don't really see it. So Molina de Aragon. I'm not going to spend too much time over this. Just going to check out where we were heading here. Wow, the sign has just completely changed. So we're near Blancas on the TEV. Oh gosh. In terms of the road numbering, it's kind of pretty good, but I don't know. I'll guess there. It was a lot further to the west there on the N211. Yeah, okay. Definitely could have done a lot better there with a bit of scanning, but I am very lazy. So we've got this crossing sign, which I do not know. We've got the blue strip on the left. And interesting. So we've got a lot of Zs and skis. I wonder if maybe this could be Poland. Let's see. I don't think so. Let's see, where are we? I wish I knew this crossing, actually. That would be really useful. Marianska. Got the satellite dishes are really really vertical. Although I don't know if that... Yeah, actually I think this is Poland. That's nice. So this is a Polish crossing. Can I remember that? Maybe. In terms of where in Poland, it seems like a fairly big city. Warsaw? Oh, I'd like to go for Lodz. Ooh, it was all the way in the north. That's unfortunate. 400 kilometers away, so 4,000 points. That's not too bad. And here we have some huge mountains. Co-op marked. You know what? I guess that's a bin. Okay, that it looked like a post box. You don't want to confuse those two. Nord-Norge. I wonder if that's Sone. That should be clear. I was thinking this is Norway. Oskfjord, fjord. Yeah, fjord is Norwegian, right? And in terms of where, frick, there's some massive mountains there, and a lake to the west. I kind of, when I think of mountains and things, I think of the west coast, so just click in here. Maybe that's a, whoops, what happened? Maybe that's a bit too far. Oh, it's all the way in the north. Yikes. Southwest of Hammerfest. Oh, that was the actual place name. Oxford. Oxfjord. It's like Oxford, but not Oxfjord. And then the co-op mark is there. It looks like we have maybe a boat wreck here. Interesting. Hopefully I can remember Oxfjord for next time. So we tipped 20,000 again. That's a miracle with that last round. Got lucky with California here. Spain wasn't a great guess. Denmark was lucky, I got some help on that one. And Poland wasn't a great guess either. That's a surprising 20k. So what's the time? Probably got about 15 minutes left. No, I didn't try anything. It's just the internet, I think, with the lag. The internet's determines whether it's going to lag or not lag. Yeah, in Australia the internet's trash. But the time of day that I'm doing it around, I think I started at 4 AM. Now it's 5:45. You'd think the internet would be as good as it's going to be because there shouldn't be too many people on it. During work hours it's pretty crappy. So this looks like a range of mountains over here. And got some issues here. So it looks like we're driving right, and this looks like a Russian car or a Soviet car. And there's mountains everywhere. The road quality is pretty shocking. Not sure about this architecture. I don't... Oh, that's an interesting car. Oh, and they've got the red. Okay, good. Got the red on the number plate here, which I did screw up the other day and went for Albania, but given this landscape and whatnot, I think we'll be in Kyrgyzstan. And maybe you pointed that out. Something happened to my comments, so I can't really go back, but I think the Twitch browser's dying. But when you said north of the lake, I'm guessing you're saying here. Oh, nice. That's a good tip. And yeah, mountains everywhere. That's insane. Nice hiking area. Oh yeah, I should have clicked on the road near the lake. That was a bit of a fail. I'm very imprecise at times. I just click right in the middle of the mountains, 47 kilometers away. Thanks, Giovanni. Have a good day. Hopefully it'll be a good one for everyone. Got some Cyrillic here, and these weird trees, which I've not come across before, I don't think. I don't think they're nests. It looks like it could be nests. Not too sure. We definitely have Cyrillic here. An old Soviet car. I'm guessing maybe some mid-sized Russian city here. Oh wow, there's washing day over here. They wash the sheets, but it looks like they've hung them in the public park. But I guess it's part of this complex here. Very unusual. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'll stick to the I'll stick to the west. Maybe Kazan. Ooh, oh, it's actually Kiev. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about Ukraine for that one. So that's a long way away, 1,300 kilometers. And here, just gonna pour some more coffee. Here's an interesting roadside sign here. So I guess that's indicating what road we're on, CR 721 PK3. White road lines, all whites. So I wonder, I thought we, oh, that's France. I thought we might be in Spain or something like that. We've got CMs, but not CRs, in yellow. All white road lines. And some pretty big mountains in the north here. I don't know why I said the north. It's like every time, whatever direction I'm facing, that's north. But that's not the case. It looks like they half-assed the paint job on this house. They kind of got most of the way there and then just quit. These blue chevrons, I'm not familiar with those. So that was just the back of the chevrons, I guess. Some really short dashes at the intersection. That doesn't tell me too much. And we've got some like a plantation out the back here. I think I'm going to make a huge mistake and just go for Spain here. And then we can learn about the blue chevrons. It was Spain. Okay, good. Blue chevrons. Try and keep that in mind. And here's the CR roads. Very minor. It's 219 kilometers away. That's not too bad. And so we've got some farmland somewhere. A pretty good road. White road lines. Kind of hoping this can't be Australia. It's France. Okay, good. So I got screwed by France earlier because Shannon does Clains. There's Clains. I'm not familiar with that. So yeah, there's some mountains off to the west, which I kind of get the impression mountains would be over here. But this area that we're actually in is pretty flat. Mountains off to the westish. So maybe somewhere like this. Let's have a look. Ooh, that was really close. I'm pretty happy with that one. 117 kilometers away. And to find those place names listed on the sign would have been very difficult. So 4,694. This is getting interesting. I'm starting not to suck as badly. So it looks like we're in Korea again. And I don't think this would be Seoul either. It doesn't look quite big enough to be Seoul. However, it could definitely be Seoul. Mountains, of course, because Korea is quite mountainous. And there's some deciduous trees by the look, which could make it quite cold. So maybe Seoul is quite far north. Didn't really see any water or anything like that. So I don't know that we're coastal. We definitely could be. I didn't see an airport, so I don't think it's Incheon. Maybe I should just go nearby Seoul. It seemed pretty safe. It's actually Wonju. 74 kilometers away, that's not too bad. So yeah, I'm not sure how much that northern vibe was legit, but it was definitely up there. So wow, tip 20,000 again right at the end, because I'm ending up in about 5 minutes. So I'll just do a quick speed round, see what I can do with this last 15 minutes. That's always a mistake. Just go just one more round and then get dropped here, which is not much. There's mountains all about. I wonder if this is the Badlands of US. I'm not sure what's over here. It looks... I don't think it's water. And I don't think it's solar panels. It could be though, because there's a huge electrical grid here. So maybe that is solar panels. I wonder about these mountains, whether they look more South American. This is going to screw my average, so I'm going to go in somewhere like Colorado and regret it, I'm sure. It's probably Chile. No, it wasn't. It was right by Las Vegas. Wow. Yeah, I guess that would have been a better guess. Because I know this area kind of looks a bit like that as well. Phoenix area. Nearby Dry Lake. Yeah, there's no indication of what that black over in the distance was. Although it could have... No, it couldn't have been. But nearby was the Apex Air Monitoring Station. So, okay. I didn't consider that such a bad... Well, shoot. Didn't mean to open the maps there. I didn't consider that a bad guess, but yeah, it was 1,000 kilometers away. So, not a huge number of points for that. And then... I don't know. Could almost be a similar area. Though they got these mesa like small mountains there. So I'll go New Mexico. And it was actually in Mexico. Not New Mexico, but Mexico. Okay, that's fine. 3,400 points. Regionally, it's not too bad, I guess. And some wish fulfillment in the painting there. So this is Spanish. There's no front plate on this vehicle. It's pretty tight. And pretty far south, maybe. Oh no, these satellite dishes are pointing everywhere. No front plate. Yeah, I don't think that's a flag. No front plate, I think is Puerto Rico. I think, if I remember correctly, which is definitely not normally the case. Is but I'm doing a fast round here, so I think we're in Puerto Rico. So I forgot I was finishing off for the day. Ooh, it was the Dominican Republic. Okay, that's okay. And then we're in Korea again. Had quite a bit of Korea today. This actually might be Seoul. Wow. You wouldn't want to crash if you're this guy. Otherwise that's the end of it. Yes, I might drop it in Seoul here. Just because it looked like I had a few districts based on the map. So we were south of Incheon. That was a nice score. And finally, maybe Japan. Maybe not. No, I don't know. I've been wanting to guess Japan all the time today. Yeah, it looks like Japan. Nope. Not even close. I'm guessing this is a Spanish-speaking place as well. I kind of... Oh, I don't... The car's visible, but I don't know what it means because most of the time I blur it. This is a really interesting bus stop with some pretty good advertising on the side. Yeah, I don't know what that bus stop is. It's not familiar to me. Here's a less beautiful bus stop over here. So I think that we're in a Spanish-speaking location. Driving right. Yellow center line, I'm not too sure about that. I wonder if this is Central America, actually. Can't really garner anything from this, from the license plate. I might just drop this in Panama and see where we are. Oh my gosh, we were too. That's amazing. Okay, good vibes on that one, 4,500 points. But that's the end of it for me. It's 6 AM. Got to start to get ready for work. And yeah, a mixed bag. Some good guesses, some bad guesses. But hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. Just missed out on the 20,000. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow with some more guesses. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.